Hi everyone and welcome! Today let's make torrijas or Spanish toast, which is associated with Easter period but can be eaten throughout the year. This dish is made of bread soaked in milk and after frying coated in sugar and cinnamon. I have all the ingredients ready. To make torrijas we need a bit stale, hard bread. That way it will be easier to handle it when it soaks up milk. It is also a good way to use some leftover bread. Let's start by warming up half a liter of milk on the stove and adding to it a lemon peel and an orange peel. Only the outer parts of the peel. And 50 grams of sugar. We should not boil the milk, just simmer it on medium-low heat for about 15 minutes, stirring it once in a while. Let's remove the pot from the stove and leave the milk for about 30 minutes to infuse with flavors. In the meanwhile, let's mix 50 grams of sugar with 2 tablespoons of cinnamon in a bowl big enough to put in a slice of bread. And let's put it aside. In a different bowl, let's break 2 eggs and mix them a bit with a fork so that we can dip the bread in the eggs before frying. Let's put aside this bowl for now as well. And we need to cut the bread in slices. I'm cutting the slices a bit thicker than I would normally for a sandwich, about 2 centimeters thick. I will use approximately 1.5 mini baguettes for half a liter of milk. And let's put the bread aside on the kitchen countertop as well. Now I will remove the orange and lemon peels from the milk and pour the milk in a separate bowl big enough to put some slices of bread in it. And put a few bread slices to soak in the bowl. I want them to soak up the milk so that the whole bread feels spongy and full with milk without any spot left dry. I also have prepared a separate plate with a sieve where I am putting the bread slices to drain the excess milk a bit. Not to overcrowd the bread slices in the sieve, I will start frying them in parallel to soaking up the other bread slices as long as I have milk left. Now let's put a pan to heat on the stove and pour in oil to fully cover the bottom of the pan. Carefully take a slice of the bread soaked in the milk and put it in the egg. Cover the slice with the egg from both sides. Let the excess of the egg drip off and put the bread slice on the heated pan to fry. Let's fry them for a few minutes. Flip to the other side and fry till they are nicely brown and look puffed up. Now I will remove them from the pan and put on a bigger plate covered with a paper towel to drain the excess oil. The same way I continue to soak and fry all the bread slices. Once all the bread slices are fried, let's coat them with the sugar cinnamon mix generously on both sides. Now it's time to prepare syrup. Let's heat about 100 milliliters of water on the stove, add the remaining sugar cinnamon mix to the water, and about 2-3 more tablespoons of sugar, depending on how much you have left from the sugar cinnamon mix, and 2 tablespoons of honey. Stir it once in a while and let it cook on medium heat for about 15 to 20 minutes till the syrup becomes a little thicker. Remove the syrup from the stove, let it cool a little, and pour over the bread slices. And the torrijas are ready to be eaten and enjoyed. Usually they are eaten cold and can be stored in the fridge. Therefore don't worry if you feel you have too many torrijas. Enjoy and see you next week. Bye!